All right. This is titled Fear Bitcoin because we don't know who invented it. Now, one of the main criticisms that we hear of Bitcoin by no coiners and people who are skeptical of Bitcoin is that because we don't know who invented it, we should be fearful. We should be skeptical of the invention of Bitcoin. And what I'd like to do is dispel this argument by explaining that there are many, maybe most of the inventions of mankind that are important, pivotal inventions in the history of mankind for which we have no idea who the inventor is. And what we have been taught in our government school systems is to focus on the inventions for which we know who the inventor is, right? So we all know that Steve Jobs invented the iPhone and that Alexander Graham Bell invented the traditional telephone and the Wright brothers invented the airplane and so on. But what about all of the inventions for which we don't know who the inventor is? Let me give you some examples. The wheel, the control of fire, language, clothing, agriculture, control of fermentation, the sail, as in the sail that we use on sailboats and first enabled us to cross oceans. Now, are these important inventions? Yes, they are very important inventions, and we have no idea who invented them. So, should we be fearful of the wheel and the control of fire and language and clothing? I don't think so, just because we don't know who invented them. Now, what are some other examples? Well, we have. Let's see here, the alphabet, iron smelting, the compass, paper, gunpowder, the mechanical clock, the arch. And so this notion that we should fear things that we don't know who that we don't know what the name is of the inventor just makes absolutely no sense. And so the intention here is to explain and make you aware of all of the inventions that have happened throughout the history of mankind for which we don't know who the inventor is. And obviously these are inventions that have been very important in the progression of the human race. And Bitcoin is just another one of those inventions. Let's take a look at some other ones. We have, I think I said, oh, here we go. How about soap, the crossbow, glass blowing, the abacus, the calendar, the fishing net, the nail, the lock and key, the hinge, and the scythe. Again, Bitcoin is just another in a long line of inventions of mankind for which the inventor is anonymous. And it's been a psyop that our school systems have not taught us about these inventions. They have taught us about the inventions where we could memorize the name of the person who invented them. All right. What are some other ones? Well, we have the paintbrush, the pyramid, the silver coin, the fork, the rudder, paint, the cannon, concrete, the glass window, the stirrup, the brick. Notice that this list goes on and on. The flint fire starter, the umbrella, the saddle, sunglasses, the spear, the cylinder seal, the sundial, rope, the astrolabe. So, in sum, Bitcoin is an invention for which we do not know who the inventor is, and that is nothing new. We have a long history throughout the history of mankind of things being invented that are incredibly important to mankind, and we have no idea who invented them.